This project was basically a one-day project to provide a sewing cabinet for my wife's sewing room. Uh, we had to do some preliminary work to kind of get her other tables set up so that they would be covered with a single piece of melamine, and then I could begin making the structures that would support this rolling sewing cabinet that I was going to make. So went out to Harbor Freight, picked up some furniture movers, some 2x4s, 1x6s, and built these two structures that basically would sit on these furniture movers, and then we could attach a top to that. Just to add a little bit of form to this, I did get out a rattle can of white paint and spray painted them. I also added a couple of shelves to one end of the structure so that she'd have some additional storage. Got a big piece of melamine that would serve as the top. Used the 1x6s to build a superstructure on top of the supports to kind of hold the two supports together and support the tabletop. I did do a cross piece at the bottom to kind of give it some more stability. We put the melamine on the top. I was going to fasten it with screws, but ended up using brad nails. I cut out the one end of the top to provide a recess where I could set this insert, basically this trough, down in this cutout, and this would facilitate Jennifer being able to put different machines down in this trough and bring the throat plate of the trough of the machine up to the level of the table. I had to add some wings to this trough that could be screwed on from the bottom of the table to support the trough in place. It was kind of tricky getting these things situated so that when this was fastened from underneath, it would be at the right height for the deepest sewing machine, and then an insert could be slid in when the second machine was applied to bring it up to the level of the tabletop. This was made out of 1/2-inch Baltic plywood. The wings were just some 1x6 scraps that I had, and I nailed and glued those onto the sides of the box, drilled some holes to make it easy to drive some screws in from underneath to support this. Jennifer then was given the job of screwing the box into place while I held it, and she enjoyed doing that. She loves working with power tools. And just used some standard wood screws for that. Okay, this is the new sewing center that we built for Jennifer, and she's going to just demonstrate some of the things that we can do with this. She's going to remove the insert plate from the top. This is one of the inserts that sits on the insert that covers up the inserts. There's a lot of inserts here. She's going to arrange the inserts in the bottom of I call it the trough, but I guess it's called an insert. And then she's going to slide over the Viking embroidery machine and set that down in the compartment. And now she's got the machine set up so that the throat plate for the machine is even with the surface of the table, and that'll allow her to do some freehand quilting with the embroidery machine, which she likes to do sometimes. I guess it has a special spring foot that allows her to do this freehand quilting. Okay, so now let's take that out, Jennifer. Let's go ahead and slide it out of there. We put a little incline on the back of this trough so it'd be a little easier to slide it in and out, but I think from a functional point of view, Jennifer's probably going to just pick the things up. She's going to move the table over. Now, it is on casters, which allows her to basically move the table all around the room. She can store it over on the other side of the sewing room to get it out of the way if she wants to. Those are the inserts that fit in the bottom. And now she's going to put the insert in that is going to work with the Brother machine. And she can bring the Brother machine over and set that in place. And now with the inserts and the trough there, it brings the brother machine up even with the surface so that she can do some freehand quilting with that machine. Now, let's go ahead, Jennifer, and pull that machine out. I'm working Jennifer's muscles over. Yeah, there you go. Now she's going to place the insert back into the opening. And now she can just move any of the machines over. If she's got a couple of Sergers and the Viking, and she can just move those machines over and set them on top of the work surface, and she can now sew anywhere she wants. She's got an embroidery fence. I call it a fence. I don't know what the real name is there, but that can slide on the embroidery machine. And now she can put her hoops in and do embroidery. We've got some storage on the end of this, and I'll try to pan over there. And soon to come will be some Gator shelf liner on the bottom of those two shelves. And there it is, in case you don't know what Gator shelf liner looks like. That's it. And after the football game we played recently, we should have gone probably with Michigan, but we'll go ahead and stick with Gator anyway. And then at the other end, which I hadn't planned on being used for storage, she's got the other support system over there that can also be used for storage, and she bought some little plastic organizers that fit down in there. So she's making good use of this for storage. The only thing that bothered me a little bit about this was that I was hoping it would roll around a little better on this carpet. It's not as easy as it would be if it had a hard floor in here, but it is movable, and so she can roll it around and get it out of the way or do whatever she wants to do. So hopefully it'll be useful. I've still got to round off the two edges down, or two corners down here at this end, and I'm thinking about putting some kind of banding around the particle board to kind of protect that a little bit. And so that's it for this. This is sort of a, as I said, this was a project where function was more important than form, and hopefully this will be a useful table for her. If not, it may end up out in the workshop serving another purpose. We'll just have to wait and see.